Alright, so again, I am here to speak about the magic that has been happening in my life, along with my profound mourning. So the magic leading up to the most amazing meditation this morning. So I don't know who's heard any of my other videos or who's not, so apology to anybody that's already heard this. But I need to recap it for those who have not necessarily heard all the other messages. But almost everything that I speak about today has been mentioned in other videos, because this journey is one huge big journey, and the different things are always leading to the same thing. I did a video on the destination. We all have one destination. How we get there is our choice per our free will. Do we take detour lessons? I tend to take those a lot. I've actually taken less of them now, because as I've grown, as I've came into my inner union, as I have healed my inner child, done a lot of my shadow work, which is lifetime. It's lifetime, because it's like, I said this many years ago, but it's actually coming into play now. When I was going through a lot of physical therapy for some very chronic stuff, I always said, I'm like an onion. You have to peel back the layers, trying to get to the center. And that is literally what this journey is. You're peeling back the layers, trying to get to the middle. I've been peeling back the layers for years, but the actual knowing what I'm doing has been over the last 12 to 18 months. As I've said many times, very painful. But anyways, in one of my prior videos, I talked about the generational traits, the patterns, the karma, whatever you want to call it. And in my mother's lineage, it has been the females, mother-daughter, that have had terrible relationships. I mean, terrible relationships. I haven't spoke to my mother in, I don't know, 18 years. My daughter and I have not spoke in over a year. And it continues on down to my granddaughter. Now, I've also said many times that I am the cycle breaker. Every cycle that is carried in my lineage, I believe I am the cycle breaker. Now, can there be multiple cycle breakers in one family? Absolutely. Because if you think about it, my lineage is not necessarily the only, not necessarily, it's actually not the full lineage of my children, because they have their paternal line as well. The paternal line and the paternal maternal line, and so on and so on. So for my lineage, for my parents, for their line, I'm the cycle breaker. It cannot carry over to my children, because my children are adults. They are going to have to be their own cycle breakers. And I have full faith that they are. I also have full faith that my grandchildren are cycle breakers. So I've recently talked about some tarot that was telling me information about my ancestors and how proud they are of me and how strong they are of me. And I've also talked about that before I heard it through the tarot, I had done a meditation where each of my 4 grandparents stepped forward to me. In my meditation, they stepped forward to let me know they're there. I saw them again in another meditation, but this time, besides them, others stepped up. I have felt as if my ancestral line, my angel line, my guides, My animal guides, everything has been growing. I just feel the strength of them. They feel like this huge dome over me. And then in a tarot reading, after I had all this breakthrough, well, another guided meditation, I literally felt the breakthrough. The energy just exploded, and that's when I knew the ancestral line was front and foremost, right? They're front and center. I've had new animal guides recently. I've had new ancestors that are stepping forward. I've had new guides that are stepping forward as I have elevated my energy level, as I've elevated my knowledge, as I have walked closer on my path. And my path is for helping people, to be the beacon, to be the light, helping others work through their traumas, to help the world one person at a time. I am not the world's savior at all. That's not what I'm saying. But those that I do come in contact with, because I've asked for my soulmate, my soul family to be brought to me, and I believe they're put in my car as a share rider. They're put in my car every day, and whatever they're needing at that moment, we have a talk about it. They're the ones I'm helping to open. Anybody that is my soul family that finds this channel, I'm helping. Because our soul family, as I've said in a prior message, our soul family, we are the cycle breakers. We are part of the shift of our society by awakening one person at a time. If I help somebody, and they help 5 people, and they help 5 people, and they help 5 people, that's how we shift our current society. Anyways, so the ancestral thing, and the generational, my maternal generational thing. I've also told you that the app that I use for my meditations gives me notifications, and every time I do the meditation that has been recommended through the notifications, I do them, and it's huge. It's a huge shift for me. So it finally came to me why. I've asked my divine team to continue to guide me, to help me clearly see what I need to see. And this is one of the ways they're doing it. They're doing it through the notifications of an app that I love. So this morning, well, actually yesterday, I got a notification. I didn't do it yesterday, but I was determined to do it this morning. So I woke up, he hauled around a little bit, ran my bath water, because I like to meditate in a hot Epsom salt bath. I don't feel as grounded as I used to. I required that bath before. And now I just like to do it. So hot Epsom salt bubble bath is what I do. And I light my candle. I chose a black candle this morning because black is actually every color. And so my intention is always whatever color that I need most today, that is what I'm emanating through that black candle. So the black candle, the incense, of course my white candle. So I like to line my bathroom with candles. I set my intentions. My intentions were today to harness the blue moon, which is either today or tomorrow, I'm not real sure, which is the 2nd May moon. I have full moon, which I've talked about. May has been a big portal for release, collective release, emotional purge, because we had a full moon on the 1st part of May, and we have a full moon at the very end of May. So everything in between has been about purging, and believe me, I've seen it all over the place of people purging. So I set my intent that I harness the energies of today, my intent of this full moon and the closing of this portal for my highest good and for those that I love. I have always set the intention while I'm meditating that anybody I love may join me or receive the energies that I am harnessing that day. Sometimes I feel others with me. Their higher self is saying, yes, they need this today. And I never feel the same people. So I set my intent to share or invite anybody in that I love that needs this energy today. The meditation that was recommended for me today was healing a parent wound. Okay, I've done this. I've done this more than once. Again, let's go back to peeling back an onion. So even though I did it, I'm doing it again. Today was different though. So in the start of the meditation, it's actually telling you, even if you've got a parent wound from both parents, you need to pick one parent to do this for, and then later do it again for the other parent. And I've done it for both my mother and my father. I will tell you today, and remember, I am 100% learning to go with whatever is there is exactly what's meant to be. My knowing is. So it originally started out that I saw my mother in front of me. Okay. In one of my past videos, I think it's the generational video, I talked about the maternal line, and that I have actually been very strongly feeling that I need to reach out to my mother. My soul signed up for her to do what she did to me because I needed those lessons. I needed those lessons to help other people that are going through the same kinds of things. So I saw my mom originally, and then I felt several people with me. I'm not going to name names, but I felt several people with me. And I saw these light tendrils going from me to them. Then my mother, who's in front of me, blurred. Then I couldn't see a face anymore. It blurred. And as I'm going through the meditation and doing all the steps that were supposed to be done for a parent, mine didn't go that way. This, I don't even know how to explain it. Just this energy, it was changing. It was rapidly changing, and I could make out, very quickly, I could make out they had to be my ancestors. I mean, I absolutely know they were my ancestors. So I see this maternal line just rapidly changing in front of me. And I knew immediately those were my maternal ancestors. What I was doing today was healing and bridging my maternal line. Then all of a sudden, as I told you, I feel my ancestors. They're always above me as a circle, almost like a dome. So I feel them and I see that. And then all of a sudden, I see all these light streams coming from up there into the people in front of me. And so generations and generations and generations just morphing into this person that I'm healing with. And part of the meditation is you envision this bridge from your heart to their heart. And it's broken, which is what it's been. Our hearts have been cut off from each other. That's been the issue for generations. So together we build that bridge. So together we build that bridge. And those ancestors continue to just drop into the one in front of me. It was the most beautiful thing that I've ever, well, I can't say ever experienced, because I've experienced a lot of beautiful things recently. And I can't say one was better than the other, but this morning was beautiful. I started crying. It was so beautiful. I was crying because it was beautiful, and I was also crying for the release. Can I myself heal what's between my mother and I? No. Can I myself heal what's between my daughter and I? No. Can I heal what's between my granddaughter and my daughter? No. But what I have done is put the energy out there for it to be done. When it's time, everything happens in divine timing. So when it's time, the energy, the strength, the courage is out there waiting for them to grab it and take care of it. Now my first step is to reach out to my mother. That's the first step for me. Do the work. Every day you'll trust in the process more and more and more. It takes belief. It takes faith. It takes doing the work. It takes being grateful. Grateful for the lessons. Because the person I am today is not who I was a year ago. I was a freaking hot mess a year ago. And nothing in my life has changed. Absolutely none of my 3D world stuff has changed. I'm in the same home. I still have, I'm still driving for Lyft. No, I wasn't gonna mention which company, but I just did. I am still in temporary housing. I am still without love. The actual 3D love. But I'm grateful. I have everything I need in this moment. I have everything I need, so I am grateful, because everything I've gone through has made me so happy. I'm not lonely. I am not lonely, because I have come into inner union with myself. That's first and foremost. Everything else will come in when it's meant to come in. Do the work. Have faith, have belief. Stand in your courage. First and foremost, you must find your inner union. You do that through healing. You cannot truly love another if you do not love yourself. You cannot truly give another person what they need or take care of them if you are not taking care of yourself. All of this was very foreign to me. It didn't make sense to me at first. It really didn't, because I was a people pleaser. And that people pleaser traces back to, I always felt like I needed to earn people's love. I give love, and if it is the right love with the right person, it will be reciprocated back to me. Anyways, bye. Love y'all.